Seems like too much to me.
We have
There we go.
choice.
Let's go.
The root will destroy
There we go.
everything for all time.
Ooh, finally some combat with this.
I know. Yep. That's one of the Dran, right?
Yeah.
No turning back after this. You sure?
Ooh, labyrinth stuff.
I was gonna say, is this Labyrinth?
Yeah. Or maybe not.
That looked really different. This whole section looks really different.
Oh, I think this is, I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like a labyrinth. Or maybe it's not.
Interesting.
This might be ROM. Might be a new version
which
of
was
ROM.
not confirmed yet, right?
Yeah, it's not confirmed yet, but this... Robots and stuff are very much a ROM thing, so...
Got it. Got it.
Rough.
A lot of new enemies in this one. Release date, release date, release date. Let's go.
I can't
That's what we're
tell if
building
this
to.
is ROM or not, dude.
July 25th.
25th.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Almost
there it
August.
is.
I mean, just out of nowhere too, right? Like they didn't even hype it up. They're just like,
I know.
here's a Remnant trailer. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of mute it here. Livid, why don't you run point on kind of walking us through what we're seeing, because I think you're gonna have kind of the best idea of what's going on here.
I don't know if we're on ROM or not yet. It might be, but here we're on Yesha. There's Kaluuya's Shadow, one of the bosses you'll fight.
This is all familiar stuff for the most part.
Yeah, this right here is all familiar. We're kind of seeing this new supporty kind of class right there in the front, though. That's like new. This is new right here. We've
This
only
whole
seen,
enemy is new.
Yeah, we've only seen her teased in like the announced trailer where she's just standing on top of a building, and so we knew she was going to be a boss of some sort, but we just weren't sure to what extent. And there's only one mounted boss in the previous Remnant title, so that's like a
That's interesting.
kind of a new territory. It was in like their most recent DLC, right? So it's like it's kind of a new territory for them. So I think I read somewhere that this is supposed to be like something that kind of hunts you throughout the city when you have this tile set that launches. So this kind of seems like that's what it would be.
Well, that's
But the
interesting
combat
because
seems
she's
really nice.
sitting on top of that building in the trailer, and then in this, it's hard to tell because there's no UI. But like, is she more of an elite enemy or is she actually like a boss? Like, do you build?
No, this is very clearly a boss.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very clearly a boss.
Yeah.
And in Remnant 1, when there was a mounted enemy, if you killed the rider, you would get a different item versus killing the mount first. So there might be the same kind of duality going on here.
That's pretty cool. I mean, definitely looks like a complicated fight. You know, almost reminds me. I know mounted fights are kind of limited, right? But almost looks like Golden Knight, that first fight in Elden Ring. Like how challenging that was to wrap your head around in the beginning stages of the game.
Yeah, this looks super good.
Yeah. All right, keep walking us through here.
Ward 13, we're being teleported into somewhere. We don't know where this is. This might be ROM, but like a desecrated version of ROM. Because they're
it's
talking
pretty
about
dark
like
and
the Black
twisted.
Sun and everything. Well, they're talking about the Black Sun in the past one before, so
Is that
this
that
might
right
be
there?
the reality of what happens to ROM, but I don't know.
Got it. Yeah, because then honestly, where it caught my attention was this enemy inside here. Like, oh, this stuff is cool, but then as soon as we get this guy,
Yeah.
what are we looking at here?
Dude, I wish I could tell you, dude. This is
Freaky.
I don't know.
This freaky stuff.
like it's like a parasitic, like I don't know, man. Now,
And then you have
very-
this. This
is
almost
very
looks
much-
like an X-Men like training chamber.
But see, like, go back a little bit. If we go back just a smidge there, if you see the entrance to that door behind,
Tell me when to pause here.
right, almost here, the door back there, that feels very ROM architecture.
Okay.
That's why I think it might be ROM.
So for folks who maybe don't know Remnant from the Ashes too well, give me some examples of like what is ROM? I don't know what ROM is.
ROM was like a desolate wasteland planet that it had kind of like two almost warring factions, not really warring factions. One was like this kind of like infected, corrosive, kind of mutated beings, right? And then the other one was these mechanical organic hybrid beings that kind of like control the temples and all this kind of stuff, and they were always kind of intertwined and fighting, and there was like savage kind of desert beings that were, they had skulls on their heads and tribal armor and stuff like that, and it was kind of like this just desolate wasteland, almost like Mad Max style kind of thing, right? And it is very different from when you're on the surface versus jumping into the underground temples and stuff. You get like all the mechanical and nice clean lines and stuff like that, and you come out and you have all this like rundown, like desolate shit.
Interesting. So. That's such a like contrast between those styles. Like, is this sparking anything? Because this to me is like Clone Wars type stuff. It's crazy.
This makes me think of the Matrix, dude. Like,
right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This makes me think of the Matrix, like the Sentinels. That's what that boss that we saw just there kind of reminded me of, like a Sentinel with the eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we get into this area, makes me think of like cloning pods and stuff like that. So I don't know if this is ROM or not. That looks very ROM like the stuff going on right there.
This enemy and stuff too.
The enemy and the sculptures looks very ROM, but once again I don't know for sure if it's ROM or not. It could be an entirely new place. Like, this corrosive look to the stuff here screams ROM, but I don't know.
Oh, see, I thought so when I saw this, I saw that green hue and I thought Corsus right away. There's no chance it's Corsus, right?
No, I don't think this is Corsus. I think this is still very much on ROM because of the piping and everything in the background.
Got it. Another disgusting boss for the record. This fly hornet,
big stinger,
disgusting thing.
Cthulhu looking.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. And then we're on a train. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So we have like a train sequence where we're jumping between things. See robots. These robots are too technologically advanced. Then again, we are I think it's like 60 years past the events of Remnant 1, so could have happened. Could be something new. I don't know.
Obviously they're connected. You've got that red eye kind of, same theme, kind of dot, connecting the dots.
Yeah. But dude, this looks really good.
Anything here with these guys ringing up?
I don't know what the purple stuff coming off of them, like the blood, like, because there was like when you killed the enemies on ROM before, they would have like a greenish blood, and it would be radiation that you would have to worry about from that blood and everything. This I don't know. Purple, it could be the same thing, could be an evolution of that. Again, could be an entirely new planet. I don't know.
So interesting. And then this thing kind of got me too as an enemy.
Yeah, just like a sludgy mass. Yeah,
sludgy mass. I thought it was a ball of corpses. I really had no idea what it was. And then boss right here, big old boss right here. I'll try and pause it at that first scene. All right, nope, missed it. Right there. Look at that guy.
Yeah, and that could be like at the top of like a spire or something. Maybe that's like the the cloning facility we're in right now. I don't know.
Yeah,
it kind of evokes the same feeling that one of the bosses in Remnant did that was also of that size, and you fought it in a very similar kind of arena, so everything's screaming ROM to me, but again, I don't know for sure.
Josh, as somebody with not a ton of experience in Remnant from the Ashes, what anything in this trailer stand out to you?
Oh man, yeah.
I'll play it back to jog your memory in real time.
I mean, I'm just trying to take it all in, right? So Livid is the expert. So everything that I think about, I always run through Livid because he knows all.
The Livid filter?
The Livid filter? Yeah, right. I'm like, what am I seeing here? Is this a good assumption? Is that good? So I'm just stoked with all the content we've been putting together and conversations we've been having with the team, right? I cannot wait to just ingest every bit of this game.
Yeah, for a team that has
such a different looking environment, man.
For a team that's never played this game together, being together for a couple years now, like this is such, not just like from a content perspective, but like just as being able to play a 3-person game as a team is going to be really cool. But
these arena fights look really dynamic too. Like, I'm so glad they're leaning into that.
So we've got tons of new enemies, potentially new world, potentially an old world coming back with a huge twist to it, desolation, corruption, but also advanced technology. So a lot of new question marks kind of pop up from this trailer.
Yeah. And very a release date, which is the most satisfying thing.
I mean, end of July. We're almost there. We only got to get through one more month and then we'll be in the hype zone.
Schedule's already cleared. Let's go.
I need it.
Schedule's clear. We just need to know more about those 2 starting classes, right? 2 more starting archetypes we need to learn about.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of the healer-ish support type that we think is coming. But yeah, Remnant 2 coming out soon.
What was the pre-order? What was the pre-order blurb there?
Was there a bonus something or other? Let's
I
find
think I
out.
missed that. I was just too hyped on the date.
And there it is.
This fight looks nice.
Early
Early
access to
access
the
to the
Gunslinger archetype. That's interesting.
Huh.
Because Livid, you have to pick up objects to unlock the archetype, right?
Yeah, so you'll
wonder
find
if this-
every class's archetype in the world somewhere.
So I wonder if this is just like when you open the game, you get access to that.
Yeah.
Plus probably what original one you would have gotten.
So what is the Iron Cylinder? Is that the Gunslinger?
Yeah. By no means, whenever you see stuff like that, everything can be gotten in the game. So don't worry
Yep.
about them being like, oh, it's exclusive. It's whatever. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. But I'm pre-ordering this game because that's my favorite genre, my favorite IP of all time, dude.